Marcus Taylor. I'm a GSU graduate, 2007, and I work at Georgetown. Don't ask me what I do. Really? I just work there. But I think this month, about 20 years ago, I started writing poetry. I'm going to read two poems. One I just found in my phone. I don't have a title for it. And another one is from my book. It's called Why Write. I'm supposed to read another one, but you all inspired me to do the one called Why Write. This first one, I don't have time for it, but it's more than just poetry and music. It's about the Lord taking me through it. He has seen me write stanzas and lines. He took me off the page and showed me that these are my times. The victories, the defeats, the exceeding joys, the crushing hurts. It reminds me that He is with me throughout every voice. Why? Before I wrote, I didn't write. Because I didn't think poetry was for me. I had no understanding because I thought poetry was all so corny. Until I read a poem that isn't written by Shakespeare, was once so obscure and blurry, and has now become something that I hold dear. I find that poetry is an anomaly. Something different. It's like water that we can drink from and still use it as a mirror. Poetry helps us look at ourselves and look at the world a little bit differently. It can even make the path that we walk in this life a little bit more clear. When I finally sat down and read that poem, I was suddenly hit like a light. My heart was pierced and something moved on the inside of me, and I just began to write. Now I write for the love of it. It's something that I love since I was in 8th grade. And honestly, I still write like Mr. Schultz sitting over there in that corner giving me a grade. I write for Angel Andrews. That lovely young woman from 9th grade was my very first muse. I write for the different path that I walked in high school, even though I wanted to wear everybody else's name like shoes. I write for those same peers now, especially the ones that are going through a tough time and need a lift. I write for my English teachers who told me, Mr. Taylor, you must never ever lose this gift. But you must use this gift. So if it's not written, it's not read. I write for the lesson that my late cousin Monique taught me when she was on her final resting bed. The lesson for the young women to stop and use their head. For the young men to be wise in the place of the future. I write for my grandmothers. My grandmothers who loved me and just wanted more of my time. I write for my grandfathers who I've never spent time with, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the company of the line. I write for my parents. My parents who listened to my first ever poetry lines and dropped in my first poetry folder. I write for my friends who listen to those same lines now and tell me, man, you need to get bolder. Because these words are meant to warm hearts in the world constantly growing cold. Strengthen the weak, comfort the lonely, the weak may show me. I write for my sister. My sister, because even though we get on each other's last nerves sometimes, I love her because she is like no other. I write for my family because even though all of us are a strange group of people, I wouldn't trade it for another. You see, I write for those whose voices are not heard and faces are not seen. I write for those who thought their vision was crazy and they abandoned all their dreams. I write for the absurdity of writing poetry, for the absurdity of not writing poetry. I write for those who can't be poets, inspired and moved like poetry. Now, this is weird. You allow me to be weird. Can I be weird? I write because I like the way the ink smells on the page. I write to ensure that the singing birds are released from their cage. Because when that blue and black ink spills over into my veins, it's like the words have become my vessels, the lines have become my reins. I write for those who can't sleep at night in their need of God's peace. I write because God won't let me sleep at night until I finish the peace. I write for the life after the cross and the freedom that it brings to me. I write for those that are blind. I pray that these words can be the light. Light help them see. I write for the purpose. I write for passion. I write because poetry is my poetry. This is why I write.